In daylight, we're just seeing how much damage a car did when it crashed into the entrance of the music venue Howlin Wolf. Police say one person was hurt in that crash.
The venue, of course, now has a big repair job on its hands.
Right.
Rachel Hanley joining us in the studio now. So, Rachel, this is quite a mess.
Yeah, and it's happening right as we are in the middle of the slow season for businesses in New Orleans. But the venue's owner and people who were there that night say that they're grateful. They tell us this could have been so much worse. On the ground, you can still see pieces of the car that did this. And the scene is hard to miss from South Peters Street.
The phone calls and people coming by to see it. I mean, really, people are literally just driving by to look at it.
Howlin Wolf bartender Heather Foster was closing up around 2 Sunday morning when she heard a loud noise. She came outside and saw this SUV had slammed into the venue's main entrance. An entire brick pillar was in pieces.
My first thought was, oh no, I have to wake up Howie. It's 2 a.m.
She's like, yeah, everybody's fine. Just wanted to let you know what you're going to be walking into.
Owner Howie Kaplan says he talked to witnesses. They told him it wasn't just the building that the SUV had hit.
It flew through the stop sign, hit another car.
Monday, the NOPD said one person had been taken to the hospital after the crash. They couldn't say for sure whether it was the driver or someone else. Kaplan and Foster told us they're glad more people weren't hurt. Only a few hours before the crash, hundreds of people were lined up at that spot to see a show. They also say people sometimes sleep by that entrance.
We have kind of a resident dude that hangs out, and we love him, and he's just kind of around, but luckily he wasn't there.
Now the venue will start the process of repairing the entrance, one that Kaplan hopes won't take too long.
Now it's figuring out, all right, whose insurance is going to pay for what, and how, we now have to get a structural engineer in to make sure that, it's safe to reopen this part of the building.
And he's keeping his sense of humor about the situation. Outside the bar Monday, there was this sign that said, "We are not a drive-through."
When I walked in this morning, he said, "You ready to make drive-through daiquiris?" And I was like, "Let's go, I know how to batch stuff, we'll do it."
Now, thankfully, the venue is still open while this gets fixed. The next thing on their calendar is a stand-up comedy show tomorrow night.
Well, they've still got business. We're glad that this didn't turn out to be a really tragic situation. Absolutely. Was the driver really arrested, or are they facing any charges?
I did ask the NOPD that. They wouldn't say. They said that at this point the report still isn't done, so they don't have that information yet.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much.
Yeah.